It looks like he's going to look to combo this 3, playing the 5 slightly off the rail. It's just a case of really overthinning that 5 ball to bring it off the rail with right English. I wouldn't want to be staring down this shot at all. It's a tall order. You can really wing a ball off the rail unintentionally a lot, but when you're trying to pot a ball in the process, it makes it much more difficult. Played it with inside, which I thought was a little strange. You're not going to get the ball to wing out off the rail playing with inside English.
Not sure why he didn't play it safe. He thought he could at least touch it.
I'm not sure, but it looks like he got pretty good here. He's giving Ronnie some difficulty. He's got to kick this off the rail. Gave it a little nick.
Table 9, Mark Kramer and Luis Risco.
And with good speed comes up with a fairly good safety. Phil's looking to see if the cue ball passes the 11 and the 13 now, and he could catch a rail and hopefully tap that 5. Test. Well, Ronnie's predicament now is, even though he has a clear path to a lot of balls on this table, that 15 is going to prove to be difficult, as it doesn't pass where the 3 is now. So I would expect him, when he gets ready to play this 9 ball, that's going to be his ball to break out that little stack with. So he probably wants to line up on the right side of the 9 and set up his breakout. He may do it as soon as he pockets his 12 ball. You want to get those breakouts early. You don't want to save them for end for a last-ditch attempt.
Exactly.
So I think he's got the angle he wants here.
I thought he was taking a 14, actually.
Nope, he wants to get his breakout. He's got to be careful here. You might get a wild 8 if you carry him off this ball incorrectly. Looks like he's going to try to throw the 15 in.
I think he's going to finish these other 2 balls off, the 11 and the 14.
Not sure what plan he has for that 15 ball now.
I think he's looking to break up that bunch there, right off the rail.
He may have got misjudged the speed on that shot with the 9.
Yep.
Unless he had a different plan to begin with, which he might have well had.
Incredible.
It's a really difficult proposition here.
Exactly. Very difficult placement.
I mean, there's really no safe to be played. I mean, you could tie up a ball here, and hopefully the 15 hits a rail. Well, I'm a little speechless. From my vantage point, it didn't look like the ball went at all.
And I think he had literally a paper thin bit of room to get in there, and he manages to do that without a scratch. What a successful cleanup there. I think he made a couple mistakes maybe for himself, but he got himself out of it quite easy, it looked like.
He may have known that ball went a long time ago, but without me getting right up on that table, there was really no way to tell.
Now, going back to where we were, it almost looked like that, too, was a better shot, like you were saying. I wonder if he'd learned any lessons from this. Now, Shane, you're coming from playing today, aren't you? You just took a match there with Charlie Kelly?
Yeah. I came out of the gate real slow, and hopefully I can pick up speed later on. So I squeaked out a match against Charlie.
Now, how many tournaments is this for you now since Rock City's been met? You played in all 4 of them?
I played in all 4 of them. This is my 5th one. I try to get around to every tournament that happens locally and in the tri-state area. I have my weekends usually free, so I can get around to it.
Now, what was the buy-in for today to play?
The buy-in today was $40 for B players and $50 for A and higher.
Matt Fiss and Colby Kramer.
Get a score update here. Oh, that is beautiful. That is much easier than it has been in the past. And we got a little extracurricular action over here. We got a break contest, dollar entry. You get 2 stabs at a 15-ball rack. Add up the scores of the 2 racks, and it's winner take all. Whoever can beat the top score by the end of the tournament.
And what's the total payout there for break ball?
Well, it's just $1 a try, and it's winner take all. So you could see a lot of people just giving it a shot. Unless somebody comes out of the gate and maybe racks up a total of 8 or 9
$1
with a $2 pot. I don't think anybody else is going to try after that. They may have to reset the pot.
Almost foolish not to try. Oh, not happy about that shot. I can see the look on his face. I think he was expecting a little bit different placement.
Well, Mr. Ron Costanzo, if anybody out there, anybody out there isn't familiar with Ron, he's a world-class 9-ball, 9-foot player.
Yep. And we were just talking about that earlier. In fact, Barn had to go to the source that I got that information from and confirm it. I think he's actually beating her already.
Oh, he's beaten many players, world champions abound, on multiple occasions.
It's always a pleasure to have somebody like that in our local.
And if you were to ask him what he thought about the competition in the room, he'd say, hey, anybody in my bracket, the A bracket that's here today, has a chance of beating me.
That's awesome.
Because this is a different animal. We've seen just in the last game alone the misjudgment and speed on some of these shots where he's much more natural on a diamond 9-foot table.
Wow.
Or
Sounds like a humble guy.
He's a super humble guy, a super nice guy. He's been around the scene for forever. He's full of great information, and it's a pleasure to watch him play anytime he picks up a cue, and it's a pleasure to have him on the live stream too, so we can share his play with everybody else, share it with the world.
Oh, when you always hit people like that in the house, you're going to learn something.
Next available.
got that 5 ball right in the same place it was in the last game.
You know, that is funny.
Yes.
I'm sure he's already forgotten last game.
And then probably a little too much speed, but it was hard enough to get through those balls there without hitting anything. Now, in a situation like this, Shane, what do you suggest?
Oh, I just take a pop at the 5 ball, I'd jack up on it, and try to make the most legal hit I can without creating a double hit. You know,
So you're trying to-
using form factor to that actually subscribes to that, stun it into the 12, and then I have the 8 to throw into the corner.
So your strategy here would be looking for the best makeable shot. You're not even looking to play it safe, right?
Nope. Nope. Looks like he's gonna rail first this. And yeah, winged out on him. I probably would have jacked up on it and tried to stun it. It would have been an awkward shot, but I think I could have got it to go on a bar box. Didn't want to be accused of a foul, but there is ways to take that shot without fouling. It requires a certain technique. Most people would say you shouldn't even attempt to try it because you could easily be called for a double hit, even if you did do it correctly. You would have to hit it with the top of the ball with just really a quarter of your cue and wing it out. Wing it back at yourself so you really don't have a chance to double hit it. You just can't come straight down on it because it will hit the ferrule of your shaft. So it looks like he's got his 8 tied up in a strange position, huh? I don't like that one bit.
He's got to come back just right to take that 8 off that 10 ball, and he misses the 5.
Looks like he's missed the 5 completely. If he did make contact with the 5,
Not at all. It didn't even move a hair, man. That's definitely a ball in hand.
without a doubt, that's ball in hand. How did that end up over there? Oh, it's a break. Right, right.
I don't think it ever got moved back from last time. Oh my gosh. Oh. He walks away with a smile. He kind of knows what he did there.
Yeah.
Might be a little bit humorous. Got to shake it off.
Ronnie's still in a predicament, though. He could put this ball in, but, you know, that 8's still going to hide.
Now, what if he came off the rail there just to the left and continued to follow the 5 down off of the other rail? Instead of shooting it directly, why not take a rail shot?
You mean come up this way?
Yep, coming up right up on the left there.
Yep. Rail
using
first.
the
Yeah,
rail to kinda-
I see it. I see it now. I like your thinking. It's a very adventurous shot. Because if he did hit the rail first there and come across, he'd flatten out the shot about here and come across and hit the 8.
He might have been able just to get up behind the 8 if anything, even
Yeah.
if he wasn't able to break them.